What's up, gang? Hey man, this video I'm gonna make it real simple. There's a lot of guys that suck at approaching. I'm starting to hear that. I'm starting to hear that in the one-on-one calls. I'm starting to hear that in the live calls that's in the CLG community, and they suck at approaching. So this video, I want to address that specific issue. If you guys haven't done so already, make sure you hit that like button. And then if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We are over 1,000 subscribers, but let's just keep subscribing. Let's try to get it to 5,000. If you haven't done so already, jump into the CLG community, because I have a ton of successful students inside of that community. We got people in there sharing their wins, sharing their losses, sharing everything. It's a community that you want to be a part of, and there'll be some good long-lasting friendships that you can have within that community. So make sure you jump in. It's only $48 a month, and the first 50 people, they actually get a one-on-one free call with me as soon as they join. Just DM me as soon as you join, and then make sure you watch this video to the very end, because I got a ton of gold nuggets. And without further ado, let's jump into the video. All right, so this is gonna be a very important video for a lot of guys out there, because one of the things that I keep hearing that guys keep running into is a lot of guys have AA, and what AA is approach anxiety. And one of the ways, there's several ways to overcome it, right? But I've noticed this on my one-on-one calls. I've noticed this, you know, sometimes in my community calls in the CLG community. But I've noticed guys, they just have approach anxiety when it comes to women. Now, I know where approach anxiety comes from. Approach anxiety comes from the fact that men don't want to be rejected. Men don't want to have to take an ego hit to their ego, hit to their pride. You know, they don't want to feel unworthy, right? And that's why a lot of men don't want to approach. That's why I always tell you guys, if you do win the girl over, everything has to be on your terms, because she's not the one that had to take an ego hit. She's not the one that had to take a hit to her pride. She's not the one that had to go through that. All she did was sit back and look cute and wait for you to approach her. So if you had to do everything to get her, you got to understand how much value that you've already started off with. And you got to understand, if she allowed you to go through the process with her and she met up with you and everything like that, she sees you as her superior. So you should act as such. So everything should be on your terms, not her terms. You get where I'm coming from? Because there's this video, matter of fact, I'm gonna respond to this video the next time, but Shannon Sharp was talking to some guy named Bubba, comedian. He was talking about, Shannon Sharp was saying, I spend at least $300 on every single date. And he's like, well, do you get some after the date? He said, no, she usually Uber there, so she usually Uber after the date. You feel me? So he spent $300 on a date, and they usually Uber. You get what I'm trying to say? And I know where he coming from, because the last chick that tricked me out of an expensive dinner, all she did was jump in her Uber and then go, you know, as soon as I paid the bill. You get what I'm trying to say? But all the chicks that I meet on my terms and how I want to meet them, usually something ends up happening, even if it's not sexual. Like the last chick, the last date that I was on, the chick flew in from out of town to visit her sister and everything like that. But then she hit me up. We got drinks. You feel me? Now, we didn't hook up, but she gave me a hand job. You get what I'm trying to say? And she only got like 1 or 2 glasses of wine. I probably ended up spending like $15 to $20 on her. You feel me? Nothing crazy. And I've noticed that with a lot of guys that spend real heavy, because I noticed it's this wholesaler that was down in the Miami area. He said he do at least $400 to $600 on every date with every chick, and he don't be hooking up with a lot of chicks. You feel me? So it's like, the more you spend on a chick, the less likely she willing to do something, because she got what she got out of you. Nice steak dinner, this and this. She probably don't even like you for you. She probably just like the money. You get what I'm trying to say? So it's a lot of guys, no matter how much money you have, no matter what, none of that. At the end of the day, it's a lot of guys that could be saving a lot of money in the CLG community just by dates alone. And I teach guys this in the money section. I teach guys how to budget. I teach guys how to clean up their finances. I teach guys, you know, how to start and run a successful business. I teach guys the psychology that you need in order to make money. But back to the topic on hand, the importance of staying calm is a game changer. And I just noticed this in this basketball game that I just got done playing. Today I came in the court, you feel me? Calm, cool, collected, really didn't care. You know what I mean? I know how to play basketball. I know how to dribble. I know how to shoot, stuff like that. But when you're in the game, once you're playing a game of basketball, that's when you just turn your brain off and you just play the game. You feel me? You react, you make things happen, you make plays, you get rebounds. You know what I mean? You know your spots, you hit your shots. You know what I mean? You know the shots that you can hit. You know you know your teammates' strengths and weaknesses, and you just play the game. You feel me? You don't go in there with any preconceived notion. You don't have any, you know, worries about the outcome of the game. You just go in the game and you play calm. And I noticed when I played calm, my shots all fall down. You know what I mean? I'm getting great rebounds. My team is winning. You know what I mean? The last 2 games we won by like 16 to like 4 points. The other team only had like 4 to 5 points. You know what I mean? We blew them out so much, and all I did was just stay calm. You feel me? Stay calm, read plays, hit the shots that was open, hit my teammates when they was open. Just let the game come to me. And the reason why I want to tell you why it's so important to stay calm is because a lot of guys are running into approach anxiety. And 9 times out of 10, all right, so I'm going to tell you guys how sports work, and then I'm going to tell you how you can apply this to dating, right? So the way sports work is you train extremely hard, right? You work on a move that you've been working on in training. You master the move. You work on, you work on little tricks and tips, how to lay up the ball, how to put some kiss on it off the glass, how to do this, how to do this, how to do this. That's when you're training, right? It's the same thing with dating. You go into the CLG community, you watch all the guys winning, you look at the text scripts, you look at, you feel me, you look at the process, you internalize the process, you understand the process, you make it very simple. The process is already simple, but you make it your own, you make it simple. You do calls with me. If you jump in the CLG community this month, you get a one-on-one call with me. You do the one-on-one call with me for free. And then you just practice, and then when you just see a girl, you really just shut your brain down, and all you say is hey. That's it. You say hey, and all the training is going to kick in. You're going to understand how to lead things after that. You're going to understand the process. You're going to understand the text scripts. You're going to understand all that shit. So literally all you got to say to a girl, you just stay calm, and you say hey. You say hey, what's up? Whatever you got to say. That's it. You can't assume how she's going to respond. You can't assume that she's going to reject you. You just, all you can have control over is saying something, right? All an open is literally just getting her attention. That is it. I knew a guy, he said yellow. He said the color yellow. It sounds like hello, but he said yellow to girls just to play a game. He's like, I'm just gonna open by saying yellow, and it worked. He was like yellow, 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 and then the girl be like, huh? Like, that's all an open is get her attention. Then you go through the process. You get what I'm trying to say? Then you go through the process with her. That's it. You feel me? And if you don't have the process, jump into the CLG community. You do get a 7-day free trial. It's only $48 a month, less than $500 a year. Because if you do the year subscription, 20% discount. So you got to understand that. Make it easy. There's a time to train, and then there's a time to perform. And when you perform, all you doing is saying hey. You see a girl that you're attracted to, you say hey. Now, I'm not the choosing signals guy. I'm not the guy that's going to sit around and wait till she give me eye contact. I'm not that guy. I'm the guy that goes after what he wants. If I see a girl that I find attractive, if I see a girl that I can see in my rotation, if I see a girl that turns me on, I'm going to say, hey, I really don't care about the outcome. I'm going to shoot my shot. I'm going to say, hey, I'm going to see where things go. And a lot of the times, because I have the process, because I have the text scripts, because I know what I'm doing, a lot of the times it goes in my favor. And for a lot of the CLG members, you can just go outside. You can just take your steps. You can just get fresh air. You can just go to the grocery store. You can just go to the mall. You can go to a bar here and there. You can go out and watch the game. You can just live your life. And if you see a girl that's attractive, she could be working, she could be your waitress, she can be any type of girl, any type of wear. If you have the process, you have the scripts, you have everything in the CLG community, that's the time to train. And then when you're out and about in the world, you just stay calm and you just introduce yourself. It's very simple. If you make it hard, it will be hard. If you overthink, it will be hard. I understand you have to put your pride aside. I understand you have to put your ego aside. I understand you may get rejected. But guess what? The best players will forget the bad play in 30 seconds. Professionals. This is a pro, right? When I'm in the CLG community with all the members that's inside, my only goal is for every man to become elite. Not good, elite, right? I want every man to be like the Michael Jordan of this stuff. So we working on everything, right? We working on the foundation inside of the CLG community. Then after the foundation, we working on the female nature. Then we're working on dating. Then I'm working on the money, right? Teaching guys how to use their money for their benefit, not the woman's benefit. It's your money. So you should use your money how you see fit. The woman should have no say in the dates that you decide to take her on, unless she wants to pay. If she wants to pay, then she can suggest a place, and it's up for you to accept or decline the invitation. If you want to suggest a place, you can pay. But if you're not paying, and the way that you get around that stuff like that, let's say it's a rotation chick and she say, oh, we should go to this 5-star restaurant. You should just flat out ask her, like, oh, you paying? Since you asking me out, you paying? If she say no, be like, oh, since you ain't paying, then this is where we gonna go. You feel me? You nip that in the bud. And a lot of guys, what they do in the back of their head, they be like, well, another guy would do it. Yeah, that guy's a sucker, and yeah, that is a relationship built on a poor foundation, and let it fail. You feel me? I'm glad she showed you her true colors. Let her go with the other guy. It's that simple. Let her go with the other guy. If the money is what she's looking for, and that's all she's looking for, that relationship is already built on a poor foundation. And guess what? You will be surprised how cutthroat girls are, because the guy that doesn't care, turns his care down, moves to the beat of his own drum, makes things happen, move things forward, that's the guy she's going to be obsessed with. But she will still take dates from the guy that's taking her out on dates. She might hook up with him, she might not. But guess what? The guy she obsessed with is still you. But you, knowing the way she move, knowing that she got a rotation, or knowing that she a player, or knowing she got different guys for different things, you just put her into the rotation bitch category. She is not fit to be a main chick. And a lot of people don't understand that this is the best time to have rotation chicks, because a lot of women aren't fit to be in long-term relationships. The market, like they say, 60% plus women will be single. I don't know the year, but a lot of women will die single. A lot of women will die single. So this is the perfect society for rotation chicks. This is the perfect society, because these women are too picky, you feel me, and men are becoming too simpish and too soft, and women just don't respond to that. So women would rather be single than to be with a man. So instead of them being single, especially if they hot, they can at least have some male companionship in your rotation. But it is your rules, basically, because it's your money. And I'm gonna teach you guys how to use your money how you're supposed to use it. Inside the CLG community, there's a money section. I'm gonna teach you guys how to really get to the bag. None of this artificial fake shit that everybody been telling you. I'm talking about over a long period of time. If you follow what I tell people to do in the money section, you will have a ton of money. A ton of, like, so much money that your head will spin, because you're gonna become more realistic. You're gonna live in the real world. You're gonna make things happen. You're gonna set things up in a positive way, so that you have money. You get what I'm trying to say? A lot of people make money, but they don't have money. You get what I'm trying to say? And the reason I'm bringing money into this conversation, because it's very important. Because I always tell people, I be like, bro, if you jump in the CLG community, you spend $48 a month. If you just go to the money section, I guarantee you I can save you triple to double that. Even with girls alone. I had a friend that was spending, he didn't even know he was spending this. We looked at this nigga's numbers. This nigga was spending $3 grand a month just on women. Just on dates. $3 grand a month. Just on dates. And most of those women he wasn't even sleeping with. Meanwhile, I got another guy that I'm teaching. The nigga ain't have no money. He barely spending anything on dates. You feel me? He's barely spending anything on dates. And he was consistently getting ass. He barely spent shit on dates. And he was consistently getting ass. The way he was spending on dates was less than $400 a month. This guy spending $3 grand getting no ass. This guy spending $400 a month, clapping way more ass than the guy spending $3,000 a month. So we talking about a $2,600 swing in a month. $2,600. Think about that shit. $2,600 that you can keep in your pocket. And you can do damage with $2,600. You can invest $26. You can lose it. You can invest. You can gamble it and still be better off than throwing it away on some ungrateful ass bitch that ain't gonna give you no pussy. And for all these guys that's out here talking about, so, well, it's not all about the sex. What else is it about? What else you want to be the bitch friend for? If you want friends, you can have guy friends. You feel me? Because a lot of women don't really offer much when they talk. They really don't offer much as friends to men. If anything, having too many female friends actually damages a man. Let me repeat that. Having too many female friends actually damages a man. There was this guy who was cool with this chick, right? And he was in the community, and he figured this out about himself. Before he found the community, he snapped out of it. Now he doing pretty well. But he was saying something, a story that made sense, and I was like, damn, that do make sense. He said he was attracted to this chick, and she put him in the friend zone, so she didn't give him none. But as her friend, all she did was complain about guy after guy after guy after guy, right? She kept complaining to him. This is before he found CLG. She kept complaining to him about how this guy was an asshole, how this guy was a narcissist, how this guy didn't treat her right, how this guy didn't do this right, how she's looking for a guy that brings her flowers and is vulnerable and opens up to her and da-da-da. He was that guy for her. He was the guy that was vulnerable. He was the guy that was opening up to her. He was the guy that was, you know what I mean, there for her. He was doing everything that she said. She never slept with him. So she was turning him into a simp / pussy. And guess what? Every time she went to date another guy, she would date the asshole guy again. Because she was an extremely attractive girl. So she would date another guy that she just complained about, even though she's telling him what guys that she's looking for, but she's actually dating the opposite. So what ended up happening is, him being her friend, it brainwashed him for years. And he was stuck in this simp role where every girl that he was talking to, he was doing what she said that she liked in a man, and he was turning every one of those girls off. And he came into the CLG community, and he just was remembering all the pussy that he left on the table because he listened to this chick. Be more vulnerable, get girls flowers, show them that you care for them, show them that you love for them, da-da-da. Because she's saying all the guys I date, they don't care for me, they're narcissists, they're assholes, they're da-da-da. But she keeps choosing that guy. You got to understand, a guy that does not care or turns his care down with a woman is like a woman's kryptonite. Contrary to what anybody will tell you, contrary to what anybody believes, contrary to what anybody will say, a guy who turns his care down with a woman is like her kryptonite. It is similar to a girl with a fat ass and some nice perky titties. A girl with a flat stomach, fat ass, nice perky titties, that is a man's kryptonite. It's like a man can't even think straight. He see a nice little body, tight little body with a fat juicy ass, some nice perky titties. Motherfucker don't even know his fucking name. You feel me? That's how a guy who turns his care down, who moves to the beat of his own drum, who makes things happen, who moves things forward, that is a woman's kryptonite. She can't get her hands off of that type of guy. The other guys that are actually good guys are invisible to her. She cannot see them. She acts as if they do not exist. They do not even fit into her vision. You feel me? Like, she will see this guy and not even see him. She will like look through him. Like look past him. Because the nice guy will always finish last, because the nice guy listens to women. That's why I tell people, you know, the guys that be like, well, I don't want to sleep with girls. So what do you want to do? Be in her friend zone so she can corrupt you and damage your mind? As a man, the only information that you should be getting, and I hate to say this because it's true, the only information that you should be getting when it comes to dating is in the CLG community. It's that simple. Until we get other dating coaches who jump into the CLG community, you know, and really start pushing the process, right now, the only place that men should be when it comes to dating is the CLG community. Like, hands down. Like, I'm not trying to over push it, none of that. I'm just shooting straight. That is the only place, because that is the place that's gonna snap you out of the reality of everybody around you trying to make you soft. Everybody around you trying to turn you into the guy that does not get results. Everybody around you trying to turn you into the nice guy that gets ignored by every single woman. It's to be honest, I think it's intentional. I think it is easy to control men that are soft. I think that somebody higher up, whatever, it is easier to control men that are feminine, that are soft, that are homosexual. You know what I mean? It is easier to control men in every single category if the men actually listen to women and put women on pedestals and listen to what they have to say. Because the men that do not listen to women and move to the beat of their own drum, those are the guys that always get results. I've seen it time and time and time again. The bad boy, cheater, narcissist, whatever the fuck she wants to call him, is getting the most out of her time and time and time again. She's obsessed with that guy. She is in love with that guy. You feel me? And don't you guys look, see this is what guys do. They'll look on the Instagram of a couple and they be like, well, he's the nice guy and they work. You don't know what's going on in that house. You don't know that she's not even fucking her man. You don't even know, after the cameras and after the company leave, you don't know what's happening behind those closed doors. She don't even want to suck that man dick. That dude ain't probably been laid in 3 years. You remember when I put that divorce attorney up here, she said every guy that I'm talking to, like some of them haven't been laid in 5 to 10 years. So what is that guy getting out of that relationship? What is he getting? He's not even getting the used pussy that he agreed on. And she's getting everything. Like, women have been they've been running laps so hard around men. And one of the reasons I think that women have been running laps around men is because women have unity. Even though majority of women know that they're lying about what they want in men and stuff like that, one of the things that women have is unity. When they say something publicly, other women say the same thing. Some people call it hive brain, some people call it whatever they want to call it. Women tend to be politically correct with everything that they do, and in turn they have a sense of unity with each other, which gives them a very strong dominant power over the male species, because the males aren't unified. You have men that are snakes. You have men that, there was a guy in the community said he had a friend who used to act homosexual in order to isolate women, but he never got laid because the women were like, I thought you was gay, like, you know what I mean? And then he tried to switch to be straight last minute, hoping that he'll get laid, and it doesn't work. But that's what I go to tell you. Men have horrible strategies in order to attract the opposite sex. Horrible strategies. You feel me? And men are willing to down their fellow man, backstab their fellow man, cross their fellow man in hopes of getting laid. You seen the videos where the guy that works for Dave Ramsey, he calls himself some kind of therapist. I don't know what the fuck he is, a counselor. You see how he panders to damn near every fucking woman he talks to, because that's his strategy. His strategy to get laid is basically talk down about the fellow man in order to raise himself in the eyes of the woman, and hopefully she will consider him attractive because he downs the man that she's with. And hopefully she'll consider him attractive so he can get some of the pussy, even though he's probably worse than the man that he's talking down upon. That's his strategy. Men have very wild strategies that cause them in a lot of cases to hurt other men, not knowing that these bitches is for the fucking streets, not knowing that this bitch can be fucking you today and fucking your best friend tomorrow, not knowing that these hoes can be passed around like a motherfucking blunt. You feel me? It's not like, see, this what people don't understand. It's not like because she giving that nigga pussy that the pussy off the market. She still has the same dating strategy. That pussy is still on the market. You feel me? And she's emotional. So depending on the day, that's the day that she might want to fuck you, even though she's in a full-blown relationship. That's not his, it's just his turn. See, real men understand this. That's how come real men don't beef about pussy. That's how come real men, they put girls in categories. This is a main chick, this is a rotation chick. They don't put the rotation bitch in the main bitch role. And then, because if you do that, now you're gonna have a lot of problems, because this girl is never gonna change how she acts. She's still going to have the same exact dating strategy no matter what, and no matter who she's in a relationship with. So what most guys do, they take the girl that should be a rotation bitch, and the reason that they make her the main bitch is because of scarcity or one-nighters. One-nighters means that you can't get no other girl, so this girl's the girl you got. She's attractive for you, and you know, you just gonna make her the main chick regardless of her past, regardless of how she acted when she was single, regardless of all the men that she slept with in her past, regardless of all the guy friends that she continues to keep in her friend zone, regardless of all of that, you're going to make her your main chick, and then you're going to be surprised when she cheats on you, when one day she's just not feeling the spark with you, or one day she's just a little emotional and you just can't give her that emotional emotional goddamn support, so she's gonna cry on another man's shoulder and give him the pussy. Now, lucky for you, most of her guy friends are in her friend zone because they don't know how to move things forward. So lucky for you, you gotta hope that none of those guy friends jump into the CLG community and know how to actually move things forward, because if they do, they'll be sticking dick in your bitch. Because what a lot of girls end up do is they'll put a guy that they're attracted to into their friend zone, but the reason that they can't hook up with the guy because the guy doesn't know how to move things forward. So he'll stay in the friend zone because he's just a scaredy pants little pussy boy. He doesn't know how to move things forward. She's never gonna move things forward. She's gonna give him hints, but he can't pick up on them. So she keeps him in the friend zone until he mans up enough, until he learns how to move things forward. Now, if he learns how to move things forward, that next little friend date that they go on, she gonna be sucking his dick in the car if he knows how to move things forward. Now, she might not fully suck his dick. She might not fully suck his dick, or she might not fully kiss him the first time because she don't want to cheat. But if she keep hanging with that nigga, dick will be in the back of her throat, because it's gonna be a different person that she's meeting now. You feel me? And you gotta understand, she was always physically attracted to him. That's why she kept him in the friend zone. See, girls keep attractive guys in their friend zone because they have some form of attraction for that guy, but the main attraction trigger is how he acts. So she can't really take him serious because he don't know how to act. He don't know how to move things forward, right? He might be a cool dude, he might have a cool personality, but he don't know how to move things forward, which is the key. Because girls always need plausible deniability. A girl can't be a hoe. She never will be. She has to be politically correct. All of this is in the CLG community, but I'm breaking it down for you guys so you guys understand the psyche of women, why they even have guys in the friend zone in the fucking first place. It's not because she just wants a guy in her fucking friend zone just cuz. It is strategy. And until that guy grows balls. Now, if he never grows balls, okay. But she will have other guys in the friend zone as well, because she wants one that finally actually grows balls. And all it takes is one of those guys to jump in the community like CLG to get those balls. And once that guy gets those balls, your days are numbered. Because every argument that you have, that is the friend that she's going to cry on his shoulder. That is the friend that she's going to link up with. That's the friend she's going to have a best friend coffee date with. And if he gets on that CLG shit, that is the friend that is going to be stuffing dick in your bitch. And another thing that girls do is they always keep their eyes open. They keep their eyes open no matter what. Also, if you bring your friend around and your friend happens to be a little bit more dominant, assertive than you, she will fuck your best friend. She doesn't give a fuck. She plays by no rules. These women don't give a fuck. The majority of these women do not give a fuck. They will go from you to your homeboy in seconds. They don't care. Whoever the one is the more assertive and the one that's more willing to move things forward, even if she found you more attractive, that is the guy she's giving the pussy to, even if she's in a relationship with you. So stop cuddling women. Stop thinking that these women are these innocent angels. The majority of them are not. And all these girls that be like, well, that's not all women. Women are similar. They respond to the same things. That's how come the guys in the CLG community and myself and all the guys that I've taught who actually implemented it, they have such high percentages with women, because as long as you meet her minimum attraction threshold and then you show those characteristics, boom, you got her. You get what I'm trying to say? As long as you meet her minimum attraction threshold, you got a solid foundation, and you follow the process and you show those characteristics that I told you guys about. What did I tell you? Turn your care down, move to the beat of your own drum, be selfish. You feel me? These girls cannot get enough of these men. Move things forward, make things happen, move to the beat of your own drum. I've been saying this since I started this channel. And it's so crazy to me that guys who aren't getting results will come to my channel, listen to everything on my channel, and then say, oh, that will never work. In my opinion, I'm like, so why don't you try it? Why don't you at least give it a shot? Because obviously what you think you know isn't working. And one of my reasons that I believe this is the case is because I believe a lot of men have been brainwashed by society. It just is what it is. Society has brainwashed the majority of men. The majority of men have been brainwashed by society. They can't shake it. It's been programmed in them since they was kids. To be the lover boy. To be the guy that's vulnerable. To be the guy that puts the girl on the pedestal. I mean, if guys really knew how much attraction points did they lose for being this vulnerable guy in the eyes of their wives, significant others, whatever the case is, if they knew how much points they were losing for being that type of guy, they would do better. But they just don't know, because women don't tell them. And nor should a woman tell him. Because a woman doesn't want to tell you how to really arouse her. It's almost like a fish teaching the fisherman, hey, this is how you really catch us. No, a woman just wants to be caught. And a lot of the times, women, not only do they lie, but a lot of the times, some women just don't even know what they actually respond to until they actually look back and be like, damn, CJ telling the truth. All the guys that I fucking hooked up with act like CJ. Like when a woman really looks back in her past, and you notice that with the comments. Remember the old comments back on my channel where all those women used to always talk shit, be like, that's not every girl, but you notice they never said I was lying. And it's a lot of girls that are afraid to get this stuff out there because they know that this is what they respond to. This is like the girl code secret. You feel me? The girl code secret. The girls talk about this, the ones that actually know what they respond to. The girls talk about this. You know, I really like him, but he's too needy. I really like him, but he talks about himself too much. I really like him, but he just does too much. And they be like, what do you mean? I mean, he write me a love letter. He got me flowers. He sends me money. You get what I'm trying to say? And they got guys out here really doing this. And these guys think that they're winning. And their girlfriends, the girl that you're doing this for is laughing at you with her girlfriends. I remember I was hitting the chick, because you know the chicks that I messed with, they really hot, right? I remember I was talking to a chick, and she was trying to get me to become a guy that was doing things for her, right? And when she was bringing this guy up, she was like, see, he just sends me, you know, he sends me $1,000 randomly. He just cash apps me $1,000, you know, and just tells me he was thinking about me. You know what I mean? Oh, he sends me money when he knows I'm getting my nails done. He sends me money when, you know, he knows, you know, he can't be there for like a specific holiday and he can't get me a gift. So he'll send me money for me to get my own gift. Or I'll send him a picture of something that I want and then he'll Amazon it to my address. And then I'll be like, okay, so like, why you ain't dating him? And then she would literally just say, she's like, you know, I don't really feel him like that. So this nigga sending you money, this nigga sending you gifts, this nigga sending you everything, you don't even really feel that nigga like that. And then they be trying to be like, see, you don't do this. Like they trying to make me be that nigga, but guess who fucking that bitch? Me. That nigga that's sending all that money to her ain't fucking her. So she's trying to convince me to be that nigga who ain't getting no pussy, who she don't really care about like that, but she trying to turn me into him. You get what I'm trying to say? Trying to turn me into that nigga, but that nigga ain't even fucking. And this is the crazy part. If I was to turn into that nigga, let's say I was like, damn, I gotta compete with this nigga, and I started doing that shit, guess who she gonna stop fucking on top of that? Me. Or guess who, if she is fucking me, the sex will become less whatever, fuck, I can't even say the word. Basically, the sex will become less enjoyable. She won't even let me fuck how I want to fuck her. She want to put input in. She gonna be more masculine. You feel me? That's when you get the worst version of her. Even if that guy that's sending her money doing all this shit like that, he ain't getting the most out of that bitch. That bitch ain't submitting to him. That bitch see him as a fucking walking wallet. She don't even like that nigga. And this the crazy part. To me, she's I don't really feel him like that, right? But to her girlfriends, she laughing at that nigga. Look at this dumbass nigga. Oh, girl, all he do is send me, like, she talked down about this. Oh, I got this dude. Oh, he sent me $1,000. Oh, he sent me this. Oh, he get my nails done. Oh, he do. And then the moment that he don't do that shit, she cuts his dumb ass out and cut his ass off. Why would she cut him off if the moment he can't, he be like, no, I can't send it to you this time. See, that's why I can't trust you, whatever. She'll cuss that guy out, cut him off extremely quickly as soon as he can no longer provide the financial means that he started off with. You get what I'm trying to say? And a lot of these simp ass guys, they was popping when COVID, and they was hitting them crypto, and crypto was up and all that bullshit. They was popping. They can send women all that goddamn extra money. Now that the COVID money done ran dry, the economy is kind of crashing a little bit. Things is happening. Them niggas can't send no money no more. Guess who ain't fucking them hoes no more? Those guys. But guess who's still fucking that little dumb bitch? Me. You get what I'm trying to say? She's still fucking me. But she not fucking that guy. She's not fucking that guy that's pouring money into her. And then as soon as that money dries up, she cuts his ass off immediately. And then when you do the 80-20 with the chick, and she bring up like, oh, what happened with that guy that was sending you stuff? Oh, I don't talk to him no more. I be like, damn, what happened? You know what I mean? He act like he don't want to send me money no more and da-da-da, so I just cut his ass off. And niggas is out here thinking that's winning. I mean, it's niggas on the internet, for real. It's niggas on the internet telling guys that money is the end all be all. While you got a guy like me, I'm not cheap, but I'm frugal. Look up the differences. Cheap is you want the cheapest stuff. I don't have the cheapest stuff. I don't have the cheapest car. I don't have the cheapest apartment. I have very clean, nice shit. Frugal means I pay fair price. I'm gonna pay a fair price for something. You get what I'm trying to say? I'm not cheap, but it has to be fair. You get what I'm trying to say? I'm not a lifestyle guy. I'm not gonna buy fucking Louis a $1,200 shirt just because it says Louis V on it. It's not my style unless it's just one of those days, motherfucker, and I'm just like, you know what, let me just get one of these pieces in my closet or it's just something where, you feel me, where I just really just got it like that. So I'm a frugal person. So money matters to me. It matters to me significantly, not to a point where I'm obsessed with it, but I know how to use money, and I know how to control money, and I know how to get the most out of money. I'm not going to let some fucking girl fucking dictate how I spend my money, even though I'm the superior over her. I'm smarter than her, stronger than her, more accomplished than her, been through more than her, you know what I mean? Had to work harder for my money than her. Why would I allow her to just come in and be cute and be like, oh, give me your money, oh, spend it on my nails, oh, why the fuck would I do that? Bitch, if you want your nails done, you spend your own money on your nails. My main bitch, still to this day, she spends her own money on her motherfucking nails. She spends her own money on her eyelashes. She buys her own fucking makeup. All her shit she buys. I don't buy that shit. You feel me? I do pay my motherfucking rent, and you're allowed to live with me, right? But motherfucker, I'm not buying your makeup, this, hell nah. You feel me? And I taught her how to finance, so she stack up a lot of money. But guess what? She got all that money stacked up. She tells me that if I ever need the fucking money, I got access to the account too. She put me on the motherfucking account that I helped her stack up. And she says, baby, if you ever need money for anything, just take it out of the account. I don't care. If you ever need any of my money for anything, just take it. I never do that because I'm just not built like that. You feel me? But that's main chick type quality. You feel me? She'll give me her last motherfucking dollar. She has done it in the past. She'll give me her last dollar. And a lot of guys don't know what that feels like. A lot of guys do not know what it feels like to have a woman that adores you so much that she will give you the last dollar in her bank account. And will sleep and wouldn't even care. Like, wouldn't lose no sleep over it, none of that shit. And that's why I came to YouTube, and that's why I created the CLG community. It's too many men getting used and abused by the modern day woman. I've seen it way too many times. I've dealt with way too many women. I've done 80-20 with way too many women. Most of these stories that I'm getting, that I tell you guys on my YouTube channel, is from women that I have had in rotation, that I've hooked up with. I've done the 80-20 with them, and they've told me their whole life story. They're comfortable around me. They feel like they can trust me. They can open up around me. I'll never put their names out there. I never put their numbers out there. I never put their business out there. I never put their pictures. Even in the COG community, I don't even put the pictures of the bitches that I'm fucking. I don't do none of that shit. I don't put none of my hoes on blast. None of that shit. You get what I'm trying to say? They can trust me. But all of the stories that I'm telling you are real fucking stories. All of the text message threads that's in the COG community, those are real motherfucking text message threads. You feel me? I block out the name, I block out the number, do all that shit, you know what I mean, to protect identity. But this is how girls respond. And then what ends up happening is the COG members text how I text, and they get the same fucking results no matter what state they're in or country. We have guys all over the motherfucking globe. You know what I mean? So no matter what state or country they're in, they're still getting the same results because women are similar. They respond to similar things. Women want men. They have always wanted men. Just like men want ass and titties, women want a guy that turns his hair down. Women want a guy that can move to the beat of his own drum. Women want a guy that looks at her as less than. Women wants a guy that she can look up to. Women wants her superior in every single category. If she feels like you're not her superior and she feels like she's your equal or you're less than her, she does not like you. Even if she's in a relationship with you. Even if you're giving her money. Even if she give you some pity pussy. See, a lot of you guys don't know what pity pussy is. Pity pussy is bare minimum, no effort type, here you can have the pussy. Pity pussy ain't sucking your dick, swallowing your cum. Pity pussy ain't letting you do whatever the fuck you want to do with her in the bedroom. Pity pussy ain't no motherfucking, no, I don't do that position. No, I don't do that. No, I don't do anal. No. When a girl's obsessed with you, she'll do whatever the fuck you want to do. I have rotation bitches. I've told them, I said, hey, tomorrow I'm finna fuck you in your ass. So clean that shit up. You feel me? Like I'm finna fuck you in your fucking ass tomorrow. And you know what? They don't even fucking say nothing. They ready for that shit. You get what I'm trying to say? Because I'm just in that nasty little freaky ass mood. And guess what? Blow they fucking back out exactly how the fuck I said I would. Now these are long time rotation bitches. You feel me? I'm not doing that to no fucking bitch I just met or I just only hooked up with a couple times. I'm talking about rotation bitches that's been in rotation for damn near 2, 3, 4, 5 years. You feel me? And I'm like, damn, I ain't fucking fucked this bitch in the ass yet. You feel me? You know how many girls that have told me I've done things to them that no man has even attempted to do to them. I got girls right now that are in relationships still obsessed with me. In relationships with other people because they tried to force a relationship on me, but they didn't fit to the main bitch quality. So me, I just shot them straight. I'm like, I ain't looking for that shit right now. And they told me, hey, I got this guy, he's trying to move me in. I really don't like him. I like you. But I got a decision to make. Well, I'm not gonna take you serious. You feel me? You feel me? I'm not looking for that right now. I'm not looking for nothing serious. Been in situationships with these bitches since the beginning of fucking time. And guess what? You think that they in a relationship, they stop texting me? No, we still meeting up for lunch and shit. We still kicking it every now and again. You know what I mean? Still kissing, hugging, type shit. You feel me? Now they don't want to get a pussy if the relationship is newer. But once that relationship settled, because I knew you before you knew that nigga, so I don't give a fuck about that nigga. You feel what I'm trying to say? I don't give a fuck about that nigga that you with. Because you still got the same dating strategy. And why the fuck you still texting me back? And why the fuck you still linking with me? And why the fuck, you feel me? You know you playing with fire fucking with me, bitch. Because you know I got your motherfucking heart. You know I got your soul. You know I'm everything that he not. You don't even know why he decided to commit to you. So let's not play this game. But like I was telling you guys, I made this video because a lot of guys, they struggling with approaching. And they struggling with, you feel me? The easiest part to me is the approach, because the approach is nothing. Like the approach is literally just getting her attention. But you do have to have your care turned down in order to execute. It's like you gotta go into the basketball game, you gotta stay calm. Whether it's the football game, whatever it is, you just gotta stay fucking calm. It's not that big of a deal. Especially if you're in the CLG community. You have all the tools. If you watching the videos, you taking notes, you doing the foundation, you have all the tools. You have nothing to worry about. Just get her attention, get into the conversation, and boom, you'll naturally know when to move things forward. When there's a lull in the conversation, you know how to get to the next step of the process. You know, if you can't get to the next step of the process, you know how to get the digits. You know how to text. You know how to follow the text scripts. You know the drip campaign. All of this shit is in the fucking CLG community. I'm not hiding shit. I'm not holding nothing back. Everything that I do with every single girl is in that fucking community. That is why guys are getting fucking results. I just gave them everything that I do. Here. This is what I do with every single chick. It's simple too. They be like, damn, this shit this simple? Yep. Easy as fuck. I do this with every fucking chick. Every single time. You feel me? And this is how I get the results that I get. And I only go after super hot chicks. And a lot of the chicks that's in my rotation used to date ball players, used to date G League players, used to date all types of motherfuckers. And now they obsessed with me. And I'm just an average motherfucker. 5'9", 180 pounds. Play some basketball at the little pickup spot. That's it. You feel me? Just an average black guy. You know what I mean? Fucking on Spanish, white bitches, big booty bitches, black bitches, Indian bitches. I've had everything in fucking rotation. Every type of fucking girl. You feel me? Every type. Mixed bitches. You feel me? Every fucking type of fucking girl in rotation. I don't think there's one race I haven't fucked. Like, I can't think of one. I done fucked some off races. I'd be like, damn, what the fuck is that? I had to look them up on the map. What the fuck is this shit? You know what I mean? Fucking badass little fucking Peruvian bitch that's in fucking rotation. Bad as fuck. Rich parents, big juicy fat ass. Man, that Peruvian bitch that's in my rotation. Man, I took this bitch to jet skiing one day. The motherfucking jet ski instructor was like, nigga, what the fuck? The nigga, I was like, nigga, chill. He's like, what the fuck? That motherfucker couldn't even hold his eyes steady. That bitch came up in that motherfucking bathing suit with that motherfucking thong bathing suit, ass jiggling every fucking step. Peruvian bitch. Bad as fuck. Nutting in that bitch too. That bitch so bad, I shouldn't have did that, but I nutted in that bitch like 5 times, man. I was tearing that bitch pussy up. But man, that's besides the point, man. If you guys really want results, man, jump into the CLG community, bro. It's still only $48 a month, and for the first 50 people that jump into it this month, you get a free one-on-one call with me, and I can't wait to see you guys inside. And with that being said, I'm out. Peace.